But yeah, we're here to talk about Resident Evil. That's that's the name of the game.
Do you want to
so
go
speak.
chronologically, or do you want to just dive into those tank controls that you already kind of teased?
Let's use tank controls as a cold open, and then go then just be like,
Okay.
I have an upfront question for you.
Yeah, hit me.
No.
Oh no. Okay, don't hit me.
I would never hit you.
All right, so tank controls. But here's my note.
Yeah.
Here's my stream of consciousness notes from the tank controls. Is this is tank controls. Ha ha ha. That's what I wrote down.
Really?
Because multiple people, Bacon, you, Josh, others have been like, "Oh, dude, tank controls though," and I'm just like, "Yeah," but I didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. I thought they meant like later in the game when you get in a tank, it's really hard to move, and I was like, "Oh, that's probably gonna suck." Whenever
and the
that
zombies,
happens,
you start mowing them down.
Yeah.
It's just like the switch gets flipped, man.
I was imagining like that tank boss kind of guy in Metal Gear Solid 1. The dude that's like in a tank, you have to throw grenades into his
and it's
pit.
like in an open field with snow,
with
right?
mines and snow.
Yeah, you're literally fighting a tank.
That's immediately where my head went. We're like, "Oh, dude, tank controls suck." I was like, "Oh, it's probably something like that," but I was very, very wrong.
Do we want to try to define what tank controls are?
Yeah, do it.
So tank controls, it refers to, this is 1996 Resident Evil comes out. The 3D game design was still, getting figured out. And some would say it's still getting figured out today. I'll stop putting on the voice and start speaking a little more. I am speaking earnestly. What did you say recently? Because this is GLHF. What did you said something recently when I started putting on a voice? You said,
I was like, "Oh, the joke voice is out," or something like that.
I think you said you were nervous, or that I was nervous, or something.
Probably both. Probably both.
The voice comes out when the nerves flare up.
Yeah.
No, but genuinely, it's the year's 1996. 3D game design is still being figured out. Navigating 3D spaces is still like undefined.
Yeah.
So tank controls, to take it back down to the controller, it's like you push forward. Oh my god, how do you explain this?
The easiest way for me, and I'm a very PC based boy, I never owned a PlayStation or anything, but the early days of WASD, A and D were turn left and turn right.
Yes.
Pre-mouse controls.
Yes.
And so it's like, look right. You imagine a character model spinning, you're doing a 360 in one, standing still doing a 360.
Yes.
And so that's what these controls are. It's a D-pad where left is turn and / look left, kind of. Not really look because it's third person, but spin left, and right is rotate right.
This is where I was starting to
get
jammed.
Up is forward in whatever direction you're looking, and down is backwards in whatever direction opposite you're looking.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yes. And what jammed me up is that I was like, oh, do we need to define like what the avatar that you're playing with in the game is? And then it's like, how deep are we gonna go? GLHF. Because the way that the game is organized is you're a 3D polygonal avatar situated on a flat plane. Or it's not a flat plane, it's a flat image with 3-dimensional planes. Do you think that's an accurate description?
That sounds right. I don't know. I remember talking to another friend of the pod, George Brower, one time, and saying I said something, I don't even remember what game I was referring to, but I said something along the lines of the 3D looks so fake in this game or something like that. And he was just like, all 3D is fake. And I was like, whoa.
That boy's brain. That boy's got a brain. Yes.
But yeah, I mean, it's I did the teeniest bit of research before GLHF, even though that's kind of illegal. Just because only because I Googled tank controls, and I was like, what's going on here? And the one quote is Shinji Mikami, director of the first Resident Evil, the one we're playing, felt the use of fixed camera perspectives and tank controls made the game scarier. And an early note that I had was like, this actually doesn't bother me unless there's a really hard boss or something like that later, I can imagine
Sure.
being so difficult and so annoying. But like navigating around the mansion and not being able to like see around the corner, it is
Yes,
kind of
dude.
scary and creepy. And like
It's
you have to like, this is a League of Legends way of defining it, but in League it's called like face checking, which means like you
okay.
go into an area not knowing what's there, and it's really
Oh.
like scary to do that
Is that
because
like
you could just die.